Hello everybody, welcome to Crit Role Recap with a Dog. Today we are going over episode 3 in campaign 3, and we begin with a lot of confusion. After last episode, whenever it was just like splitting the party and deciding where to go, Orym was all alone with all the whispers and everything. Yeah, there's been a confusion, but Imogen and Bertrand decide to follow Danis, the manager of the warehouse, and the rest of the party decides to try and figure out exactly what to do. Ain't that right, doggy? Once Imogen and Bertrand find Danis, it is at a tavern, and they're able to find her, but eventually lose her because they're either really bad at perception or Bertrand is just a really old man. So, deciding that maybe this isn't worth it and we'll just come back here next time, they go back to the warehouse. And back at the warehouse, some shenanigans ensue, as they always do. But eventually those left at the warehouse are able to get inside and start searching around. Imogen and Bertrand make it back to the warehouse, and the party is all back together again. Yay! Ain't that good, boy? And they start searching around. They find an office with a book full of numbers in it. And they are able to learn through some investigating critical thinking that this book has been tampered with, so that the numbers are different, so they can be taking some money or some products off the side. And so they decide to take this book and this information and then go find Danis at the tavern. So they get this stuff and they go to the tavern, but they can't find Danis anywhere. So through some pretty smart thinking, Fresh Cut Grass, which is still one of the best names ever, decides to go and use Detect Thoughts and go around the tavern. After doing this a little bit, Fresh Cut Grass finally hears or feels, or whatever you do, the thoughts of Danis. And the whole party, except for Bertrand, the old man who loves to drink, goes to the room, and they listen in and they hear that Danis is being killed. And so they decide to break in, but there's a door in the way, as there always are, which always ruins everything for this party. And so through all this, through these struggles and everything, they are able to finally break down the door and just start attacking this dwarf that is killing Danis. Through this battle, the dwarf calls forth a magical darkness and these little dark creatures that start attacking the party. This battle goes on for a long time, and it's pretty difficult because of this magical darkness. Bertrand, after a round or two, finally gets up there, accidentally cuts Dorian, dealing 10 damage.
You run into Dorian.
Oh, god damn it.
And that's as far as you can get there unless you change direction.
Okay, there we
You
go.
just poof, you hit the back of Dorian.
Take a swing. 15.
What's your AC, Dorian?
It is 15.
You hit. Go ahead,
Oh
roll
my
damage.
god.
What do I do? What does he do? Oh no.
This is the best.
10 points of damage.
You dick.
Oh no! Oh no!
Bertrand, is that you?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Why would you do this to
I
me?
thought I had a plan.
I literally, no one has stabbed me up until this moment.
I know how to get out of here. Do you want to leave?
No, you just saw me run in here to help.
And I start taking steps back out of the bubble.
Oh my god.
But after this, they are able to kill all these little dark creatures who explode when they die into fire, dealing damage. But they are not able to stop this dwarf who escapes. But they are able to recover the body of Danis, and after some planning, they decide to go back to Lord Esteros to tell him what happened and, hopefully get their pay. So, the party gets back to Lord Esteros, and in preparation for their success, hopefully, Lord Esteros made a carrot cake, which everybody enjoyed. It was a little dry, but still good. He rewards them each with 150 gold and 50 gold bonus for the hard work that they put in. They explain everything to him. He tells them a bit about his backstory and how he came to be where he is now. And after this celebration, Lord Esteros tells them to go home and rest, and they can figure out all this stuff in the days to come. But before they leave, he does ask them to tell him their party name so that he can put it on the contract that they are working on. They can't think of a name, so they decide to go their separate ways. The party decides to go to a tavern and drink. Everybody gets their drink on, but soon Ashton, Fresh Cut Grass, Imogen, and Laudna leave the tavern, leaving Bertrand with Orem, Dorian, and Fern. Everybody else goes home, but Fern leaves, but then she sends over a one last drink to Bertrand. And then Orem leaves, thanking Dorian for healing him. And then Dorian is there with Bertrand. Bertrand says he wants to go out and find the place where they're all going to meet tomorrow, but Dorian tries to get him to stay and just go to bed. Bertrand decides not to do that, and he decides to go out and find where they're going to meet, because he is full of crap and has been lying almost this whole time about his influence. But that's okay, because we love him and he's old man. He's hilarious. Drunk out of his mind, Bertrand, that old bastard, he decides to leave the tavern in search of that place, but before he gets too far, he is stopped and threatened in an alleyway. The dwarf that killed Danis earlier pulls out a weapon and starts threatening Bertrand. Bertrand pulls out his own weapon, but is not quick enough and soon gets stabbed, and then sliced, and then killed. It is very abrupt, it is very quick, and the first death of Campaign 3 happens. Just as this is happening, Imogen has a vision of darkness, horrible things that come to her. And that's where Matt ends the session. I was pretty positive that Travis wouldn't be playing this character for the whole time, but I didn't think he would die. I personally really enjoyed the old bumbling knight Bertrand who talked about glory days of Vox Machina and all that. And it was a pretty sad moment, but you know, I think this is what is going to bring the party together, because no matter how annoying Bertrand was, they were all together. They were all there together. And so, here with my dog, recapping Critical Role. He's a good boy. That is the session. Go watch the episode down below if you got the time. If not, I will be doing recaps every week. They will go up on Tuesday or Wednesday, just depending on my schedule. But this has been me and my dog recapping Critical Role Campaign 3. Thank you so much, guys. We love you. And is it Thursday yet?